stressed? Do I look like my hair is all over the place? Do I look like I just... Do I look like I can't figure it out? I don't know. I don't know YouTube planner. I mean, like, all the notes and, you know, all the little stickers. And, I mean, you know, there's the whole law of attraction planner. And, oh wait, there's also, can't forget the gratitude planner, right? And then there's like the whole self-love and, you know, like helping people. I love to help people. So there's all the YouTube planning. I mean, let's just talk about all of the YouTube stuff, right? And let's just talk about, you know, staying positive, and, you know, let's talk about the fact that I can't, oh, here we go. There's, you know, there's a whole new channel right here, you know, talking about all the YouTube stuff. See? You know, so I mean, there's all of that. And then, you know, there's all these job listings and resources that I've been given, you know, to share, because I obviously am at home. So, I mean, there's all of that. And then, you know, there's like this computer with these two screens, and then there's this one, and, you know, I like working from these two because there's two screens, and, you know, there's so much going on in my life, and I just don't know, like, you know, the whole relationship stuff. And I mean, let's just not even throw in the fact that I'm a Taurus and people have issues with Tauruses. I mean, Tauruses get a really bad rap. They really do. Just throw that in there. So I have all this stuff going on, and I'm trying to figure out how I can figure it all out, because I want to bring all this to my channel. But there are some days that I really just feel like shooting myself, you know? So much going on. But we're not going to do that. We're going to get it together. So let's get it together. Alright guys, I am back. I'm back. And as you can see, I am feeling a little brand new, if I don't mind saying so myself. Yeah, I was having a moment. Like, it's been bad. Let me tell you how bad. So, I am a person that really likes to help people, right? So, like, I'm all about helping people. I went to school, or started a year of psychology. I wanted to be a counselor, psychologist, and then I quit. I quit, and then I wanted to be a life coach, and I was all into that. And I still want to be a life coach, but I discovered that I don't know if I mentally am ready to be a life coach, because people are interesting. So, no life coach. So, probably back in 2009, I believe it was. I have a piece of hair in my face, and I don't know. 2009, I literally can see it, but it's like, I'm grabbing it. It's just whatever. So 2009, was coming up with ideas with one of my best friends, and we were gonna have this Talk About It YouTube channel, and things went awry with our friendship, and we never did it. So I was like, well, I still want to talk, because I like talking, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna do it. So I've always had this talk about it something on the back burner. And years went by, and I started a whole new channel that is linked in my channels. If you go on YouTube and click on the channels tab, you will see my other channels. And so I started my other channels, or specifically Imperfectly Perfect. And that channel was gaining momentum. And then we let life just... Ooh, I have the hiccups. I need water. We let life kind of take over, right? I mean, when you have 5 kids between the 2 of us, it was interesting dealing with 5 personalities. And to be honest, it was really 3 personalities that we were dealing with. Well, you know what? It was a lot. Let me just not lie. It was a lot. There was my daughter who was becoming a teenager and discovering the internet about 2012. So there was that whole issue. And then there was my son who was just flat out discovering himself. So that was like a whole thing, because there's no handbook. There is no handbook. Where is the handbook? Where's the handbook for parenting? There isn't one. There's not one. There's no how-to for parenting. So, like, okay, that's great, right? And then it doesn't help that between the 2 of us, we had his ex-wife and my kid's dad just really making you want to, again, just, yeah, it was bad. I'm not even gonna say how bad, because I don't think there's an image or a description that can explain the torture that we were dealing with on both sides. So you're talking about a blended family. My 2, his 3, his ex-wife, my kid's dad. No one wants to get along. Then you have us 2 that are like, let's just get along for the kids, right? Let's make it easier on ourselves, on each other, for the kids. And that just never happened. You would have 1 or 2 willing participants, and you would have 2 unwilling participants. So it just didn't work so well, right? So there was all that nonsense for years. That we barely recorded. I'm talking like, I don't have my sheets directly in front of me. But I mean, we recorded maybe 3 or 4 videos over a time span of 6 or 7 years. Yeah, it was bad. So that kind of was a flop in a sense. So I decided, since that was a flop, and, you know, relationship even between us was just rocky and interesting, to say the least, because it's a struggle. Blended families, kids, relationships, growing up together. I mean, I met him in 2004. It is 2021, so that was a long time ago. So we had a lot of growing up to do together and individually. Here we go yawning. So with all of that being said, it was rough, and I never was consistent, to say the least, with uploading, because outside of trying to upload or trying to just do the relationship channel, the family channel, Imperfectly Perfect, because we are imperfectly perfect. No one's perfect, so let's just, you know, put that out there. We had a lot of struggles within ourselves, financially, emotionally, physically, sexually. There was just struggles in every single department, every single area of our life. It was just a whole issue. So there's all of that, right? So yeah, recording was just not on the forefront of my to-do list. So it just didn't happen. Yeah, so fast forward, after struggling financially, being homeless a few times, trying to sustain a relationship with my mother, and that's a whole video by itself that I won't go into right now because she's probably listening to me right now, because she's here. Again, that's a whole nother subject that we will save that for a different video. I will say that you should look up narcissistic people. And if you have anyone who is narcissistic in your life, when you look up the definition, you'll be like, whoa. So we're going to have a whole video, I promise, on narcissistic people. With that being said, that was a whole struggle. So you add all of these factors in of just trying to deal with kids and relationship and finances and jobs. I'm talking like there's a time when my husband quit. There was a time when they supposedly fired him, but then he got brought back time and time again. He was a school bus driver, so that's a whole issue by itself, because it's not like you're working super full-time or 5 days a week, 365 days a year. No. So that's a whole struggle. Then you have child support. You have just so much going on. There's so much going on. So, again, recording was not on the forefront of my to-do list. So, eventually, Instagram came along, and I'm like, okay, gonna do this Instagram thing. So I started my channel as myself. My Instagram page as myself. And then I'm like, well, I love being motivational and positive, so I'm going to change it to the motivational mentor. So I did. And I had a handful of people following me. And that was great, but that's a job. Instagram, social media is a job. I'll touch on that later. So, I started my Instagram under Motivational Mentor and was posting. I was doing really good. I'm looking for my phone so I can show you. We'll pull out whatever. Anyways, Motivational Mentor. So, did that for a while, was consistent there, and I just didn't find fulfillment with doing that. So, I'm like, okay, I'm going to start another page, talk about Takinah. I'm going to start recording again. So, I started to talk about Takinah, and then I'm like, okay, so I'm going to start YouTubing. So, I started YouTubing 2019. And that kind of went okay. But I don't have my sheets. Let me find the sheets. So I was started off decent. We'll talk about it, Takinah, right? Wrong. So we'll talk about it, Takinah. move that over there. 2019, my first video was, and you guys can, all these videos are on my channel. So, calling out relationships are hard. I was struggling with my relationship. Like, I'm talking, like, I have no air. Right? So, that was that video. Then there was parenting is hard, because I love my daughter to death. I really do. But when I tell you parenting is hard when you have a teenage Scorpio. And let me side note that I have a few Scorpio friends that we get along great, right? One is my best friend. I love her to death. She has helped me tremendously when it comes to dealing with my daughter. Like, she saw firsthand the things that I went through. My daughter used to watch her kids. A mutual friend of hers and I, my daughter and her son went to school together. So there was just a lot going on at the high school. And my daughter was in the mix of a lot of it. So at that point, my daughter just decided that she wanted to be her own person. And she didn't want to deal with someone telling her what to do and guiding her through life and all of this stuff, right? So she decided she wanted to venture off and go and be with her dad, who is also a Scorpio, who, I just have to side note, Scorpios are so two-sided. Like, they're worse than Geminis. And I have pulling away from the whole zodiac thing because I'm learning, if I can find my phone, because I really need my phone. Haha, found my phone. I am learning that there's so much more to okay. I'm learning that there's so much more. Oh, hold on. Okay, so like I was saying before my phone rang, finally get my phone now, I want to ring. Anywho, so I'm learning that when it comes to zodiacs, there's so much more than just saying, oh, you're a Taurus, or oh, you're such and such. So like for me, my chart, if you can see, says Taurus, Virgo, Leo, right? So with all of that being said, when you talk about a chart, this is my chart. Now, please don't ask me what all of this means, because I can't tell you. Unless, of course, I just scroll up and it kind of breaks it down. So I recommend you guys add the CoStar app. So CoStar app, add the CoStar app. It'll let you know the people that you deal with. Like, I have a whole list of friends. Like my sister, I added my kids. And let me tell you, my kids, my daughter in particular, let me pull up her chart. So, do you see that? She has Scorpio in her chart twice. So all the torture I went through, she got it twice. And then my lovely son, who has decided to tag along and pick up where she left off, literally, also has Scorpio in his chart. So, yeah, double whammy there. So, to say the least, it's been interesting. So there's all of that, right? You have this whole whatever of a story. That was my life in a nutshell. So that's where the parenting is hard come in. You really should watch that video. I talked to my dad prior to recording that video and was in tears because, you know, he was just like really praising me and, you know, saying you've been through a lot, you've struggled, you got this, you know, parenting ain't easy. So then I went on to record other videos, videos with my son. I traveled to Arizona for the first time last January. Not last January, the year before. Okay, so I got interrupted with that phone call as well. Okay, no more phone calls. So I, you know, traveled to Arizona. At that time, I broke my hand dealing with my daughter, actually. I broke my hand because I hit a door. I think I told people I slipped on ice. I lied because it sounds really bad when you say I hit the door instead of hitting my daughter. I mean, actually it sounds good because it wasn't like I was trying to go to jail or anything. You know what I'm saying? But that was the case. Broke my hand. So if you go to my Talkaboutitakinah page and you look at like one of the first pictures on that page, was that it? It doesn't matter. It's either on the Talkaboutitakinah or the Imperfectly Perfect Instagram page. You will see my hand in a cast. I was in 3 different casts before I finally got put on leave. Now, my job that I had at the time, I was working for the county, and 100% of our job was working on the computer, and my hand was broke. So I was steady working while my hand was broke and my hand wasn't healing. So I got put on leave so that my hand could heal. And it was my right hand. And I'm right-handed, so yeah, that didn't work out so well. Yeah, so there was all of that. So I went to Arizona to kind of just get a break away from that because dealing with working, having a broken hand, dealing with the stress of my daughter and her just wanting to be so grown, I needed a break, right? So I came to Arizona. So those videos, those videos have not been uploaded. I will upload them. Because I had fun. We went to Arizona, or I came to Arizona, and then we went to California. So that was a nice trip. I got to put my feet in the ocean for the first time. Best feeling ever. Yeah. So, fast forward to in February, I was kind of just at my wit's end with things. So, February, hard drive's making some weird noises, whatever. So, February, I did a video about him being unfaithful. And I was just tired. At that point, if you look at the videos, you look at the titles, I was just over it. I was over the relationship. I was over faking the funk. I was over having my hand broke and not getting any assistance from someone who's supposed to, through thick and thin, rich or poor, till death do us part, like for good and bad. My hand's broke. I can't do anything. I need your assistance. I need you to pick up my slack, and the slack was not being picked up. So that just was like, I'm so over this. Financially, things got backed up because obviously I wasn't working because I was on leave. I didn't get my short-term disability until a week before I went back to work. So I was out of work for I believe it was about 8 weeks. I don't know what just happened there. My camera just decided to quit. But it was about 8 weeks that I was on leave. So we're talking, yeah, almost 2 months. Because I went back like the middle of February to go back to find out that my contracted job was not being extended or continued. So we were promised work through May. We got let go in March. So I came back to work after having my hand broke, only to be let go a week or two later. So that was great. So at that point, I'm just over everything. I really just trying to think. I moved in with my best friend. I was living with my best friend. I don't think I put any videos out after February. There was one in, I was trying to like, find other jobs. So I was working from, I did like a mortgage thing. That turned out to be like a fraud. So that didn't work out so well. I was doing my daily meme motivations, and I was doing like Uber and Lyft and Roadie, and yeah, it just didn't work out so well. So you see the videos here and there, and then you fast forward to November. July moved my stuff to Arizona. I finally got settled and situated. November was like, I'm here. Like, I'm not doing any more back and forth. I am here, right? Well, in that time frame, because the relationship didn't pan out, divorce was final in September after almost 2 or 3 years of going back and forth, and just with all of that. So the divorce was finally final in September, and so I'm like, my kids are older. My son was supposed to be with his dad, but then that's a whole story. That's another story time. Son was supposed to be with his dad, put a whole child abuse case on me for a 17-year-old, that I was abusing a 17-year-old who, yeah, that was a big fail. So son, over a time span of a year, a little less than a year, was between my home, his dad's home, and my mom's home. Yeah. So when I say that my son followed in his sister's path, yeah. So anyways, I don't think I had any time to be in Arizona and enjoy why I came here by myself. Because it was shortly after that everyone was here. I'm like, I literally blinked and everyone's here, including my mother. Yeah, so that was great until she got here. So I don't know what happened. I can't even tell you what happened. Literally, like, things were good for a week, and then it was like it's been ever since I was born. So that's a whole, again, story time. Can't do it here because that's why she's physically under the same roof as me. So yes. So as this whole long video is really just to explain why I have been like all over the place and never been truly consistent with my uploading, and all my videos kind of been all over the place. feeling stressed out and overwhelmed, that is why. Because I always feel like the responsibility is just dropped in my lap. So, yeah. And it's gotten to the point, even now, that I probably will do a handful of videos, and then I may not be consistent again for like another couple of weeks, because literally that's how it's been going. I mean, I uploaded my last videos, I did good, I kept them short, and that's a whole nother struggle, is keeping them long or keeping them short. Because people complain about videos being too long, they complain about videos being too short. So you are literally dealing with the world and what they want you to do. So there's that whole issue. I'm just literally to the point where I'm like, you know what? You're going to get self-love. You're going to get self-care. You're going to get how to grow your YouTube channel. You're going to get positive affirmations. Like, I've been doing so much research for the last, I mean, I literally may not be uploading, but I have a pile of information and books that I've been reading, literally, of things that I want to bring to the channel. And I've been all over the place. So that's why, like, when I started the video, I'm like, you know, because that's how I feel. So I'm like, you know what, screw it. You guys will see me with my cute little wig on. You're gonna see me having like a super horrible day, but I'm just gonna keep it raw and somewhat uncut, because that's what I do. I love my editing. So if there's anyone who wants me to set up their YouTube channels, I literally will start your channel from start to finish. You start your email. We can set up a whole email for you. Start your channel, your tags, your metadata. Like, that is so important. So the metadata and channel art, your logo, I have set up numerous channels. And when I say numerous, I mean numerous. I'm not kidding. It's really bad. And they're just sitting there because I literally was going to start all these channels. And I'm like, you know what? No. It's all going to be on this channel. So, because it's easier to do all of that here, even though I really, like, there's some people that may come just for the YouTube stuff. And there's some people that may come for working from home. And there's people that may come just because they know me and they want to see what's going on in my life and whatever else. So there's all of that. But you're going to get all of that right here, because I just don't have time to try and record 7 different videos for 7 different channels when I like to talk about it. I mean, look how long this video is. Clearly, I like to talk about it. So that's what we're going to do. And if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. That's just what's going to happen. So, I appreciate the 18 followers that I have right now. Please like the videos, share the videos, save the videos. I greatly appreciate your support. And I hope you guys stick with me through this journey, because I'm really going to give it to you raw and uncut. My biggest frustration right now is dealing with the fact that I have to deal with the narcissist. And it sucks. It sucks, and it was to the point where I was ready to go back to Minnesota, because I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and be under the same roof with someone who is treating me like I'm the worst mistake that ever happened to them. I didn't do anything to you. I don't know what your issue is. Everything was fine until you got here. You got here, and now it's a whole, I'm talking, if I'm in the kitchen, that person walks out. Like, it's a whole issue. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to stop living my life and being unhappy because you see me being happy. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what your issue is. At this point, it's like I care, but I don't care because I've literally been dealing with this my whole life. So I was ready to go back to Minnesota. I'm like, I'm done. I'm over it. If you're going to be here and try and torture me, then I'm just going to leave. But I'm not, because I came here. I love the weather. I hate the cold. It's cold here. It is. Let's check the temperature today. Temperature today is 34 degrees. Right now, it's 34 degrees. But you get 34 degrees with no snow. No chance of snow where I'm at. The high is going to be 64. It's going to be hot. It is January 3rd. It is going to be hot. The word hot in January does not mix, right? They don't go together. They do when you're in Arizona. It's great. Oh wait, did I see? Literally, there is 70s for the next week. We're going to be in the 70s. Oh, that makes my heart happy. Y'all don't even know. Like, my friends know. My friends know I cannot do the winter. So, I wanted to go back to Minnesota. I needed a break. I was going to go visit, stay with my dad, and, you know, stay up all night listening to his very descriptive stories. Papa was a rolling stone. Very descriptive. But, yeah, no. So, I am going to end this video because it is probably longer than I wanted it to be, and probably longer than any of you guys are going to watch. So, that's fine. Those that did watch to this point, I truly, truly appreciate you. I'm going to get back to work. I have work to do. I have other videos to upload. I'm not quite sure what my next video is. I mean, I had a whole list of videos right here. These videos never got recorded. And they're all mostly about YouTube. There's even one about New Year's resolution, how to make money on YouTube 2021. There's all of that. But because for the last month I've been dealing with a narcissist, my head has been fried. So, with that being said, I'm gonna figure out what my next video is, and I'm gonna record it. That's what I'm gonna do. And it probably will be about self-love, or, you know, speaking life into yourself, because I said I was gonna end the video. I just have to say that I watched The Secret yesterday, and it was very remotivating, so much so that if I tilt my camera up, y'all see that right there? That is what you call money on the ceiling. So, listening to The Secret and just trying to keep myself in a positive space, because there's not so positive people here sharing my space. I have to create my own environment. That's why I burn my sage. I have 3-4 things of sage that, yeah, I am all been burning this one. Can you see it? Been burning that one. And then I have 2 this size. These are the white sage. Got this guy, keeping me positive. And I have others as well. And then I have my really long one. I'm not going to get it. Y'all know what sage looks like, but it's this long. It will last me a while, hopefully. So anyways, staying in a positive environment, watching The Secret, all of that. With that being said, my next videos will probably be on staying positive and, you know, keeping a positive mindset, positive affirmations, focusing on the positive. So I probably will do a couple of videos editing positive things that you can say to yourself. I think I'm going to put that in a 2 or 3 part video. I don't know. There's a lot. So I think I actually might make it 4 videos because there is so many. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So the next couple of videos is just positive things that you can say to yourself. And then outside of that, we'll be talking about I'm just gonna tell you what it's gonna be, and then I'm really gonna end this video. There is, when I find it, we are gonna be talking about kinetic energy and affirmations and your vibrations. So hopefully I can help you guys relate your self-care to your energy levels. So that'll be the next couple of videos. I'm obviously yearning. So yes, the next 5, 6, 7, 8 videos is going to be about positivity. And then probably towards the end of the month, I will be doing the narcissist video. I'm going to need you guys. I'm going to need all. I love my 18 subscribers. I don't know if y'all are a Taurus or not. I'm a Taurus. We get beat up. Like, people beat us up, not realizing we really have good intentions. So I love my 18 subscribers, but if any of y'all are Taurus, if I have any Taurus gang, I think I might do a Taurus talk whole thing on Thursdays. Thursday Taurus talk. I need all my Taurus. I need my 18 subscribers, but my Taurus in particular. I need y'all to help me stay on track. So when I post that, hey, videos are dropping Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I think it is. I should know my schedule. I need y'all to keep me on point. Like, hey, where's the video? Don't forget to do the video. Don't let life beat you up. Just do the video. Yes, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I have a lot of stuff. We ain't even gonna get into all that. But anyways, I'm legit finna end this video because it's super long. And I probably have run out of space on my memory card, which really sucks. I need to get a new one. All my information to get a hold of me is in the link below. Yeah, so until next time, which hopefully will not be a long time from now, I will see you guys later. I am Takinah, and I just talked about it.